Da, 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 da. And we see that it's loading up here, streaming wise. Okay. And we'd like to thank you for joining us here. And it's saying, and we'd like to thank everybody for, oh, wait, let's see. Okay, so Alan is connecting.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. Can you hear me?
And we're letting people in.
I can hear you.
So this is, yeah, and then eventually, let's see, let's go ahead and hit record here. I hope it's gonna hit.
He's not
Okay,
hearing
let's
me,
hit,
but I'm going live.
Okay, and the meeting is now being recorded. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for joining. And let's make sure that gotta let Alan open up his mic.
Oh, it's open.
Because I see he's there. So
I'm being recorded. You're not hearing me.
oh, there you are. You're unmuted. Maybe you don't know that you're unmuted, but I see that you're unmuted there. Okay. And now your video's off. Okay. But I can't hear you, Alan. Oh, man. I'd like to welcome everybody to Innovation FM. We're going to have a very special show today. I want to make sure okay. So we got more options for Alan. Okay, we don't want to mute all or anything like that. But Alan he's in the house, but he cannot. But he. So we. So we have everything going on. Okay. Okay. So we're live streaming, and this is the first day I did it on my own. Oh, let's see. Let's see if this is Alan. Yeah, I wonder why I can't hear you. Yeah, okay. Let me text text Alan Colvin. You are right. I cannot hear you and don't know why. This is unusual.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going over the live stream currently. You're on intervisionfm.com. Johnny can't hear me, and I can definitely hear him.
I mean,
so
he's right there. Let me see if I can go right back up to.
So you're on now.
Send. Okay. All right, let's see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is unusual that that he's there. And well, maybe if I muted it and then I unmute it. Okay, now let me unmute it. Oh, come on. Now I hit it, and now my JAWS is not talking. There we go. Now we're gonna unmute it. Yeah, so I'm gonna unmute him again there.
Do you hear me?
Oh, and I see that it says you're muted. And there you are. This is so weird.
Do you
Well, I'm not sure what's
hear
going
me?
on here with this because I'm not muted and Alan he's there. And this is so cool. Well, let me call Ira real quick and let's find out what's going on. And sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Go to Ira. Gotta find out what's going on. Okay. We're gonna take out this I'm gonna remove that offer and then we're gonna look for find out why we can't gonna can't find out why he's we can't find him. And this is weird. I mean, it's like I figure out how to get this thing up and going, and then we can't get him up and going. So I'm gonna call Ira to make sure that I didn't not do something, and get Alan up and going here. And we'd like to thank everybody for coming. Hit the thumbs up, share. That's why we don't have no budget. And I got Ira ringing Ira, trying to get Alan up. We have some very interesting topics. We have a topic on about blind people being able to be successfully employed in the community. And then we have a topic about the housing. That is like 40% of the housing. Well, that it costs 40% more than what it did before. And we're trying to figure out like, why is that? Okay. He says, Alan is connecting to audio, but can't hear him yet. So, okay, is that Jamie? Yeah. Jamie, I'm doing my Zoom live, and my co-host, for some reason, he says his audio's here, but I'm kind of seeing maybe there's something else that's going on where I can't hear him. Okay. Okay. Alt 4. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, because I was able to start my live streaming and do all the stuff, and just can't get my co-host. Okay. Okay. And he said that he's connecting to audio, but can't. He said he's connected to audio. And okay. So when you get connected, we'll find out why. Let's see. I can't hear him. And it's interesting.
Tell me you can hear me now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a
Yeah,
good,
I'm
fun,
in
fun,
Zoom right
fun
now.
set of topics here.
Yeah. 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 So just kind of get Alan in there.
I am here, dude. I'm still going over the live stream. Rick has shut his off, so I can't hear me. But, wow. And you can't hear any of what I'm saying, but yet I'm being broadcast.
Same as speakers. Well, because I didn't change any of that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Alan, can you hear me now? Yeah. And
I
he's
hear
there,
you.
right? And he's unmuted.
I
Okay. Now you can hear
hear
me, right?
I hear you,
Okay.
dude.
Now
I've
I hear
heard
you.
Oh, you hear me now?
Yes. So
Perfect. All right.
tell us
So-
what happened. Hmm. Right. Hmm.
Okay, so
Oh, okay. Okay. So he opened and closed them, and so that's it. Okay. Well, thank you. We're live streaming, and we'll probably continue on with the show from here. Oh, and could you make Alan the co-host? Just if you could see how to do that. Yes. So yeah. So I was working the people to the show, Alan, and let them
Yeah.
know that we're at Innovation FM. We have a radio show, and we broadcast on the radio station 24 7 days a week. We also accept donations. PayPal.me/Innovation Denver. We want people to like and share. I don't know. This is going to be one of those shows where we got started a little bit slower, but yeah, but we're here. But it's all good. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jamie. You too. Okay. So you're up and about, right, Alan?
As far as I know, yeah. As a matter of fact, I did broadcast live. You'll see it on the replay.
Yeah?
That I could hear you fine, and the audience could hear me fine, and you couldn't hear me at all.
Wow. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but
Yeah, well, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. You're on intervisionfm.com. We've got a lot of topics to go through, and we have great respect and want to honor you for listening to us prattle on for 15 minutes and try to figure this out.
12 minutes to be exact.
Okay, 12 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll probably go like the 42 afters, and it'll be good. It'll be all good. What I wanted to cover as well. It was some questions from a show we did last week concerning education.
Yes.
So I was able to answer that because it was in English, and I just wasn't able to put the other one in the translation because I wasn't sure what language it was to translate.
If you can pinpoint the particular episode, I'll take a look at it and determine
Okay.
what language it is. And if I know the language, whether it be Spanish, French, German, Italian, I'll be able to help out. If not, if I recognize any of the
Yeah, I
characters,
think it's the show is the one right before the guy who answered, who was talking about the education. So it was a show right before that one. I
Okay.
don't know if they're in line, but I could find out their direct name and then tell you.
I'll take a look. That's
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. With the miracle of modern technology, we can actually have any language translated to us fairly quickly without having to go through a bunch of falderall and rigmarole to get her done.
Right.
We're going to talk a little bit about blindness. We're going to talk a little bit about professions and what blind people do for work. And we're going to talk a little bit about average wages, things like this.
And
Yeah.
hotels that you stayed at that have been, good hotels and not so good, and or family members that you went on trips, because I'm planning on doing some of that in the near future, where I advise my daughters to stay with some family. It's a family reunion. You don't have enough money for a hotel, so stay with family. So I'm sure we have done something similar to that or have stories about that.
Absolutely.
So,
And then
yeah.
there was another topic. What else was that?
Oh, it was a ghost, and it was like I remember like a couple of stories my mother told me, and then I was telling my daughter about something that happened here. Well, it's around like 2 o'clock where electronics come on, and we thought it was like an energy surge and all that kind of stuff, and that's it's kind of interesting kind of stuff. Especially
Awesome. So
yeah.
stay with us, man. We're going to have some fun today. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with the housing. It seemed like Florida, Texas, which Texas used to be a very reasonable place. It's probably still is a very reasonable place. And then Colorado, the prices have gone up here in Colorado. It's like for houses and so forth like that. And I guess I was looking at the study by this called Red Fine Realtors and the National Realtors Association. And so they were saying that just a year ago, from now, it's like you need 40% more income now in order to even qualify to buy a house. And it used to be, well, it's supposed to be like, you spend like a third. What is it? Is it 30% of your income on rent? And then the rest, is left for other stuff?
Yeah, that was the general rule, was just under a third of your income would go towards your shelter costs, your housing. That does include any of the utilities and gas, that kind of thing. Doesn't include, extraneous expenses like extra cell phones, cable bills, internet, that kind of thing. But about 30%, a little bit higher than that, would typically go towards an expense to run a home. That's significantly gone up, and folks are being, gosh, what do you say?
Squeezed out of the
Yeah, they're being
single
out of the
family
housing market.
homes.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
they're being squeezed out of the housing market, and large investors, especially investors from other countries, have started to go ahead and build new homes, but
Condos. Yeah.
more importantly, they are actually buying up some of the existing homes. Huge tracts of land are being purchased by foreign nationals. That has an effect upon our real estate. And it's being used for both farmland and real estate purposes. Mainly, though, what the effect is caused is nobody can get into a home these days without some sort of real big time assistance. And even if they were to get into a home, generally houses, this is not apartments, but houses can run on average of $1,400 to $1,500 a month just for the mortgage portion of it. When you and this is just an on average. When you go out into the rural areas, or when you go into suburban areas, sometimes that price really does tend to skyrocket. And in some cases, when you go into gated communities, subdivisions, which have been developed in the suburbs, you can pay as much as $4,000 a month just for a mortgage.
Yeah, and like right now we're at this vacation village, and it costs us here like 2,500, and that's like a rent. That's like apartment for rent for
Right.
and I'm saying like and this is in another country where I'm in, so maybe this is a 4 or 5 star place. I don't know, but it's like and then I know in Denver, um, downtown where I live, places are going for, some are going for 1,800, but then some are going for the same price as 2,500 as well.
Yeah.
So these prices are really going up there. And I don't know. I mean, I know it was bad when Jimmy Carter was in 1976. 1976. But and then I was just listening to this guy today. So I went, okay, if we get the gas thing under control, it'll go back to $3. But why not it go back to $1.87? And then same thing with the rent. Like, why can't it go back to 1,200, or 800 or something like that, instead of it staying at that one price?
I would submit, Johnny, that there is a war on for our resources. There are the ruling class. Let's think of them at the front of the train. They have all of the good stuff. They have the meat, the vegetables, the seafood, because they've got, tanks. This is an imaginary train, much like in a movie I saw one time where it was a science fiction movie where the world had frozen over and everything was all iced over and snowed over. I think it was Snowbound or I can't remember the name of it. But the folks at the front of this train had all the luxuries and all the resources, and all the folks at the rear of the train were forced to eat crushed bugs and this kind of thing. And so what would end up happening is the folks at the rear of the train would hear stories about the lavish lifestyle at the front of the train. Of course, they wanted that. And of course, those at the front of the train didn't want that. They didn't want them to, those at the back of the train, the peasants, the serfs, to use up what were termed as their resources. And the elite truly does believe, in my mind, that we, the peasants, the serfs, are using their resources, and we're depleting their planet, their stuff. And so, of course, they're going to want to stop that. Of course, they're going to want to squeeze the housing prices to where it's so expensive that there is little choice for folks except to move in with each other, family, friends, set up large enclaves. This way, in my mind, I believe this is a precursor for setting things up to where everybody can be kind of controlled in their little groups. Because, if you've got a bunch of people together and they're all in abject misery, well, then you got 10 people in a room, and let's say they're all blind. And you tell all 10 of those blind people, hey, I can't work, you can't work, we can't work. But yet 2 or 3 of those blind people have worked before, and they run around, they tell people, no, that's a lie. We have worked before. Here's our paycheck stubs. Then you've got a ministry of, disinformation that comes out and says, hey, guess what? Those blind people that are saying that they've worked before and they've got pay stubs to prove it, they've got the receipts that say that they've worked before, they're lying. Let's cover them up. And, soon enough, you're going to have what you're going to have. Now,
Yeah.
the end result of an elite ruling class ruling the serfs in this way is the serfs aren't going to be around very long. And then pretty soon, the only people that are left are the elite ruling class. What then? Does the snake eat its own tail?
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So, we want to hear your comments. We want you to put your comments down in the comment line. And like I said, sometimes it might take us 24 hours to get to that.
Did I lose you? I don't think they liked what I had to say. Well, anyhow, it looks like Johnny Johnson left. So if I'm still broadcasting, we will join you guys tomorrow for the rest of the show.